I guess with conference play starting, what have you seen so far from not only Memphis but the league? Who looks?
I think our league has been talked about a lot. It's probably the best it's been since our first year. Connecticut finished 5th and won a national title. Obviously, the addition of Wichita State, SMU with the transfers. Houston is extremely improved, and then Central Florida, despite their injuries, has played really well. So I think right now, what do they got? A 7 tournament bid wise on right now?
4 to 5.
Oh,
4 to 5.
4 with a possible 5. So that hasn't happened. It's happened a couple times, but as far and then obviously us and SMU, us and Wichita State, I think are 9-10 in the poll that matters, which would be the Ken poll, which kind of tells you the truth about statistical stuff, eliminates voting bias. So you got 2 teams there at the top of the country, 4 or 5 NCAA tournament teams. So our league's pretty strong this year. And it's nice that it seems that people that have all the answers seem to agree with that as well.
What have you seen from Memphis? I know they have a lot of new guys.
Yeah, just a lot of new guys, and they play really well at times. At times, you can tell that they got a lot of new guys, and it tends to make it tough to get them all on the same page. But Jeremiah Martin's a great guard. He's as good as you'll see in transition. Great athlete, great size. Hard for him because you can see that he's got to get like 20 a game and 5 assists every night for them. And if he doesn't, they're going to struggle. That's just kind of where they're at right now. I think that, last night he maybe had 13 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals, but that's just not enough. So it's a tough spot for him to be in. But he's a very talented player, obviously at 28 and 6 on us last year. And he's just devastating in transition. But LSU did a really good job of bottling him up last night to where he couldn't get in the lane whenever he wanted. And maybe they did that to Memphis' entire team. So they're a very athletic team. Got to keep them off the glass. Got to keep them out of transition.
Is this a team the Memphis team that's maybe more suited to Tubby, hard work, kind of grinders a little bit?
I'm sure Tubby would say that the 1998 Kentucky Wildcats were suited to his style with 7 NBA players.
Yeah, but those guys played hard.
He gets
physical.
Everybody to play
Yeah.
hard. He's a great coach, but I'm sure he would like to have NBA players on his roster, which I think Martin has a legitimate chance. That being said, he's a great coach. They're going to play hard. They're coming off a loss. It seems everybody we play loses right before we play them. So they're going to sharpen up, have tough practices. And, really my concern on this game is us. 10-day layoffs, kind of unheard of in college basketball. You had 5 legitimate off days, 4 days of practice to get ready for a game. Just a lot of unknown with our team.
You mentioned the success of you, just kind of the ratings by Ken Pom for you guys in Wichita State. Do you expect to kind of have that target on your back throughout conference play?
Oh yeah, I think in this league, since was it 5 years? 4?
This is 5.
Close to that. This is the 5th year. We've been. This is the 2nd year in a row we were picked in the preseason to win the league. So the players in the league see us on TV a lot, and it's no different than nationally. Teams that maybe want to play against a Duke. In our league, we always deal with that. That's just the reality of it. You're not gonna have teams not ready to play against you. So, but our guys dealt with that last year. They're kind of used to that. So I would hope that that's not an issue, but I do think that's the case. So I think teams will. They know we were picked to win the league. Their players definitely see and follow your scores, follow the better teams in the league on television. And I think it lends to the individual players being motivated. I know, when we play a team that's highly rated, you don't have to worry about motivating your team for those games. So I think that's the case for the other opposing coaches when they play us. They don't really have to worry about motivating their team for that game. They got their attention probably because we've been picked to win the league a couple of years in a row.
Did you know, in pre-conference, you think you got to where you needed to be, or you're pretty?
But, no coach is ever happy. But a couple things I thought we needed to get was our point guards needed to get a lot of game experience. They did. I thought Jaron Cronin needed to get a lot of real game experience as a starter, that needed to learning how to play 30 minutes a game, be responsible and play well all the time. And then getting our freshman minutes off the bench. So, but as a coach, you'd like to have one more win in the non-league, maybe like to have some other things accomplished. But I think we went through a lot. We had to deal with adversity, had to deal with losing, and had to find a way to win a big game on the road. So, I think we got a lot out of our non-league schedule.
That 10-day layoff, have you ever experienced anything like that? And how do you combat that early in the Memphis game?
Well, Sammy had to talk me, first of all, out of going to the islands for a few days. But she wanted to do it, then she's smart enough to know I think the rest of our family would have got upset if we'd have disappeared to an island. It's all new for me, so I don't know. I mean, I think the layoff will help us in February.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a major concern. I think the fact that our guys got to go home for 4 nights, 5 days and 4 nights will help us down the road. Right now, major concern. You do everything you can in practice. We've been having 2-a-days since we've been back. Trying to get your rhythm back, trying to get sharp. You start back with fundamentals, and you got to try to get up and down. Just every possible thing you can do as a coach to get them back, get them ready. But you can't simulate playing in a game. You can play scrimmages in practice. It's just not the same. So, to be honest with you, I'm paranoid about Sunday. Not because of Memphis. Coach Smith's a great coach, and I know they're going to play hard. It's just because of the layoff. So my thing is we can find a way to get a win and get a game back under our belt. But I don't expect us. I think it would be unrealistic for us to think that we're going to be smooth looking in anything that we do on Sunday.
Is there a focus of improvement for you heading into conference play that you've seen leading up to this point?
Just all areas, nothing in particular. We always focus on defense, rebounding, and execution. I think our guys know that when we take care of the ball, they've learned that when we take care of the ball like we did at UCLA, what we're capable of. We get shots. Teams are going to get tired. They're going to quit defending you. You got a chance to score a lot of points if you take care of the ball. I'd say that's an area where we needed to obviously improve throughout the non-conference. But we got there towards the end of it. We got to keep making sure that we do that because we're a different team with new starting guards than we were a year ago. But we always focus on try to get better at all phases of the game. And I think here, in our 2-a-days, some things that adjustments. I think every coach, you try to save a few things that you're going to do for your conference. Whether it's a couple out of bounds plays, wrinkles in your offense and your defense. Because everybody's got film on you now, and some things we've got to do a better job of disguising some things and becoming more efficient. But just all 3 phases usually.